Welcome back to XboxCorner, Luke here, and we're back once again for another tasty week of Xbox Game Pass with a shed load of games to cover, and it's a great week for the PC Game Pass users amongst us. The latest batch of levers has also just been announced, so be sure to check out our roundup of those, linked down in the description box below, but we've got quite a bit to cover today, so hit that like button, subscribe if you're looking for deals, reviews, Game Pass news and graphical comparisons, and let's get into it. So kicking things off then with a bit of an announcement, as the OG Skate from EA is now playable via the cloud, via EA Play of course, and this one was a great change of pace in a post-Tony Hawk era. With Skate 4 currently under development and earmarked for a 2023 release, you can now give the original Skate a go without having to download it, which is nice. So for the first of our new releases this week, we have NHL 2022, now available on Game Pass via EA Play. Now I haven't played an ice hockey game for years, but this is the latest in the series, and it utilises the Frostbite engine to see a big improvement to its visuals. There's also a new ability system which unlocks the unique skills of your NHL superstars, but aside from this, from what I hear most of the stuff remains the same. It's ice hockey, so not really much to say about gameplay, but if you're a fan of the series and you enjoy ice hockey, then I'm sure you're going to enjoy this one. Now if you hadn't noticed, there were a couple of cheeky shadow drops on the 17th of May, the first being the fantastic park building sim Jurassic World Evolution 2, sequel to the original, which once more puts you in charge of running a dino park and tasked with entertaining visitors. Now there's plenty of new features to explore with this one, including an all new narrative campaign mode, new locations and dinosaurs, and several new game modes such as Chaos Theory, which lets you play through a bunch of scenarios from your favourite Jurassic Park movies. If you enjoyed the first Jurassic World Evolution though, you'll no doubt enjoy this one, but if you're a fan of park building sims in general and haven't yet tried this series, I know that Alex reviewed the first one over on SwitchCorner and had a lot of good things to say about it. So next up we have a game preview of Little Witch in the Woods, an adventure game which has you playing as Ellie, an apprentice witch who is on a mission to complete her apprenticeship and become a fully fledged witch. Now from the looks of things, the game will see you exploring a mystical forest, completing tasks for the locals and collecting materials to craft potions, and altogether it seems quite a casual play, kind of like Stardew Valley meets Harry Potter. Being a game preview though of course, don't expect this one to contain everything in the final product, but it looks like a good one to chill to if you're looking for something stress free, and well worth giving a go. The final game to shadow drop on the 17th was Umurangi Generations Special Edition, and this is one that I actually reviewed on the Switch and had a great time playing. Now the game is essentially a photography game set in a bleak future undergoing an impending crisis, and you play as a courier for the Taranga Express, tasked with taking photographs and delivering them to a drop-off point. Now if you played something like Pokemon Snap, then you can kind of think of this game as a dark version of that, without the Pokemon of course, and I have to admit it's a bit of a niche genre, but the game's atmosphere and visuals make this quite a memorable one, and the special edition includes some additional DLC, including a couple of extra levels and an awesome pair of Jet Set skates to get around on. So our next game is called Her Story. It's a PC only title and a crime fiction FMV game from developer Sam Barlow. Unlike other FMV games though, which are purely choice based, this one puts an interesting spin on the genre with a little more detective work required from the player. Logging onto an old desktop computer connected to a police database, the game sees you tasked with searching through its archives using keywords, with your objective being to find video footage of a British woman being interviewed about her missing husband. As you find and watch your way through each snippet of video, you get clues that lead you to the next one, which eventually allows you to piece together a story and find out what actually happened to him. And if like me you're a fan of these FMV games or are just feeling a little bit lazy, then Her Story is a game which requires very little effort from the player. So if you haven't yet had your fill of Sims, and let's be honest, who could ever get bored of Lawn Mowing Simulator, then you'll be delighted to hear that Farming Simulator 2022 is now available on Game Pass, the latest game in the Farming Sim series, which once more has you doing a sport of crop chopping. But things have come a long way from the early days of this agricultural playground. With cross-platform multiplayer, you can now build a farm alongside your friends, form production chains, and even create your very own farmer. And the game is practically a Neil Parish wet dream, as it lets you take control of over 400 different machines. This latest iteration though also includes an improved build mode and new ground working features like mulching or stone picking. Very exciting stuff. So if you wanted to get your fingers green without actually getting your hands dirty, then Farming Simulator 2022 is definitely the place to be. So our final game in today's roundup is Vampire Survivors, and another PC Game Pass only title which is rather unfortunate as it looks to be an absolute gem. It's had nearly 100,000 ratings on Steam, and the game is essentially a survival game in which you're tasked with staying alive for as long as possible. As legions of monsters close in all around you from all angles, you'll be blasting your way through them using tasty looking spells and weapons, and after seeing the footage, to me it looks a bit like the original Gauntlet on steroids. Playing as a wide variety of characters, each with their own unique weapons and passive bonus, you'll snag weapons, items and power-ups, as well as the cash to upgrade them. There are multiple stages and modifiers to keep things interesting and plenty of things to unlock. And hopefully this one comes to Xbox sometime in the near future, but until then, I myself am going to be downloading this one on PC just to give it a blast. And so that about does it for this week's roundup of Game Pass offerings. So did anything tickle your fancy? Perhaps some prehistoric park building is your bag? Or maybe you're someone who's got a bit of an eye for photography? Whatever it is though, let me know down in the comments section below. We'll have our final Game Pass talk through next week, so make sure to tune in for that one. And if you like deals, reviews and graphical comparisons, then why not subscribe to the channel? It's quick, it's easy, and it offers an overwhelming sense of self-achievement. For now though, take it easy, thanks once again for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks everyone, take care.